So Bharat, with his armies, they approached the Chitrakut hill, following the directions of Bharadraj Muni. Bharat approached, and when he approached Sri Ram, when he saw him standing, he was standing in an assembly of great sadhus, and Lakshman was beside him, guarding to make sure no dangers, and the most lovely, beautiful Sita, she was sitting by his side. And when Bharat saw this, here was the most precious, gentle Sita, no longer wearing silken robes with finely perfumed hair, but her hair was matted, and she was wearing the rough, harsh bark of trees around her tender, divine form. And there was Sri Ramchandra, who was fit to sit on the throne of the world, worshipped by all. He had matted hair and was wearing the bark of trees, living on just the raw fruits that fall to the ground in the jungles and the herbs. Bharat's heart was breaking, but at the same time he was overjoyed that he was about to be reunited with his beloved brother again. So Bharat approached Sri Ram and fell down in full prostration, dandavat. And when Ram saw him, he saw Bharat was laying there weeping, and Ramchandraji lifted him up and embraced him. Ram, he said, Bharat, I'm so happy to see you. What brings you to this place? Where is our father, Dasarath? Why has he not come with you? I see everyone has come, but where is our father? I miss him so dearly. Bharat, with a choked up voice, had to explain to Ramchandraji that Dasarath had died. Just 5 days after you left, Sumantra, the charioteer, came back and explained to Dasarath how you were living in the forest. With the name Ram, 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 he left this world for Vaikuntha. When Sri Ram heard this, he fell to the ground unconscious in bereavement. Now this is something not easy to understand. Krishna says in Gita, Asocyanan vasochastvam pragyavadam shtavashase gatasum agatasum sa nanu sochati panditaha. Krishna tells Arjuna, you should not lament for the living or the dead. And here's Krishna in the form of Ram lamenting for the dead. What does this mean? If God cannot practice what he preaches, what to speak of the rest? And Acharya is one who teaches by his example. And Krishna is Jagat Guru. He's the Jagat Acharya. Why is he not preaching by his example? He fell unconscious. He couldn't come to consciousness. All the people around him were sprinkling water on him and fanning him and and finally when he came to consciousness, he just cried and cried and wept and wept. Tears were flowing like anything. He couldn't even stand up. He couldn't speak. What is this? It's not a material state of lamentation. This is a spiritual emotion. He was not lamenting out of illusion for the dead body of his father, but he was experiencing the ecstasy of divine separation from his beloved devotee. It's like in the Srimad Bhagavatam, in the 4th canto, Srila Prabhupada explains in a purport, when the spiritual master dies, when he leaves this world, it is the natural duty for the disciple to weep, to cry in a helpless and hopeless state of consciousness. But that is not material lamentation. That is spiritual separation. Jayanilo Premadana Acharya Thakur, Narottam Das Thakur, who is one of the greatest Paramhamsas of all Paramhamsas, he is praying that these great Vaishnavas who have left this world, in the absence of them, I'm beating my head against a rock in separation. You see, being a devotee, we do not become hard-hearted. Being a devotee means your heart becomes softer than the softest, and your emotions and your feelings become most sensitive. But the emotions and feelings are not attached to illusion, they are attached to truth. That is the difference. If we're weeping over the illusion, that is Maya. But if we're feeling separation from the truth that is present within that person from the Krishna that's being revealed through that person is Krishna consciousness. So Ramchandra fell to the ground weeping puddles of tears in separation from his father. And he performed the proper rituals in the Mandakini Ganga river, Chitrakut. After they performed the last rites, they rested that night.
You were listening to Radhanath Swami on thesacredconnect.com.